Hey, Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we are going to talk about the actual cost for $10,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 70-year-old male. Now, keep in mind, you can go to our website at funeralfunds.com, click on the state you live in, click the coverage amount, birthday, add that stuff in, and you can see the actual pricing that you would qualify for in your state. You'll be using the actual quota that we use to help people with. And it's really nice. It's really convenient. And you can just kind of play around with the numbers and see what would work for you. Now, the first thing you need to understand when you're looking at $10,000 worth of insurance for a 70-year-old male is that going to be enough coverage? Now, if you're going to get cremated, the average cost of a cremation in the United States right now is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you were to have some sort of ceremony, a celebration of life, remembrance ceremony, that'd probably bring it up to $3,500, $4,500. So $10,000 is certainly enough. Now, if you're just looking for a basic cremation where you do come home in the cardboard box or an urn, $5,000 would probably be enough. Probably no more than $7,000. Don't overspend on this insurance. Now, if you're going to get buried, $10,000 will cover your burial cost as of right now. The average cost of a burial in the United States is between kind of $10,000 to $12,000. But if you walk into a funeral home with a check, for $10,000 right now, I can't imagine they wouldn't help you. They won't let that money kind of walk down the street to some other funeral home. But the challenge is you're 70 years old. If you want to live to 75 or 80 or 85 to 90, that $10,000 is not going to be enough in the future. So you may want to consider getting a little bit more insurance, maybe up to $15,000, depending on your needs. But again, don't overinsure. At age 70, if you're a male, we kind of don't recommend you be looking for $25,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of insurance, because it's probably going to get expensive. And really the most important insurance policy that you have is the one that you actually own. It's not the one that you almost bought, but you didn't because it was too much money. So if you're in a financial pinch, get $10,000. That takes care of your most immediate needs as long as it's first day coverage. And we can always look at helping add more coverage later. Now, so we specialize in first day coverage. And what that means is if you were to get your policy today and you died tomorrow, it would pay out from the very first day. And that's different from a 2-year waiting period policy, which we're going to go over here in just a moment. But you always want to make sure that you get first day coverage if you can qualify for it. And 90 to 95% of the people do qualify for that first day coverage. The only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you had really significant health issues like a terminal illness where you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or dementia or dialysis, or you're in a hospital or a nursing home. The other thing that can happen is we get calls just far too frequently from people who say, hey, we had a family member or loved one, they passed away this last week, and their body's down at the funeral home, and they didn't have insurance, and we don't have the money. So we need to get this insurance right away, get it right away on them, even though they're dead, and so we can pay the funeral home. And we have to tell them that there's no insurance company in the United States that will offer an insurance policy for a 70-year-old male who's dead. So it's really difficult and challenging situation. And the only thing that we can really do is just learn from the mistakes that have happened in that situation and get this insurance. You really need to have this insurance before you need it. Do not wait until it's too late. But let's talk about the 2-year waiting period plan. So probably one of the most kind of famous or infamous, depending how you look at it, 2-year waiting period plans is the Colonial Penn 995 plan. And there's other 2-year waiting period plans out there, like Mutual of Omaha has their United of Omaha product. It's a 2-year waiting period. AIG, Gerber, those are 2-year waiting period plans as well. And there's plenty of other ones. And a lot of the companies out there have done a tremendous job of marketing and getting people to believe that the only thing they qualify for is a 2-year waiting period. Nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. So let's get back to Colonial Penn. So for a male age 70, you know, they've got their $9.95 plan, and it sounds terrific on the TV commercials. And they're like, you just, man, $9.95, I should be able to get 20, 30, you know, 40, $50,000 worth of insurance. And it doesn't always work out that way. In fact, it never works out that way. But take a look at this. It never turns out that way for a 70-year-old male anyway. Let's look at 70-year-old male. What does that $9.95 get you? Well, one unit, again, it's in units, it gets you $689. You know, that doesn't pay for a cremation. That doesn't pay for a burial. You know, if you walk into a funeral home, I just can't imagine, even for a cremation, they'd be unable to help you. And I know for a fact that $689, they're not going to do a burial. So just be aware of kind of what goes on with the insurance companies and their pricing structure. Now, you can't actually buy $10,000 worth of insurance through Colonial Penn like you can other insurance companies. You've got to go this per unit pricing, which kind of gets you goofy numbers, and you got to play around until you find the right amount. Let's just kind of see if I can get it close. Nope, 12 units, not going to be it. 13 units, nope, 14 units. There we go. That's as close as we're going to get to $10,000 with Colonial Penn. So I'll just round the numbers here, $139.30, $140, 14 units is going to be $9,649. Now let's take a look real quick what a first day coverage plan would be. So we got $10,000 male, age 70. Let's hit the get quote button right here. Let's go back and look one more time. Again, we're going to round the numbers up for easy math, $140, okay? So we've got a company here, Trinity Life Insurance Company. Great company. We work with them. This is simplified issue level. Level means first day coverage. It's $69.23. That's for first day coverage. Now compare that to Colonial Penn. That's right at $140. $140. If we round this up, this is $70. So the Colonial Penn policy is more than 200% more expensive than this company. This company, Trinity Life Insurance Company, which we work with, we can help you with, they offer first day coverage. And you're going to pay over 200% more for a Colonial Penn that's got a 2-year waiting period. And the terrible thing is you're going to overpay for that insurance your entire life. So that's $70 more expensive. 7 times 12 is $960 more a month. If you live another 10 years, you're going to overpay $9,600 by going with the 2-year waiting period policy over first day coverage. So a lot of people would say, well, you know, my health isn't that great. I wouldn't qualify for first day coverage. Well, again, you probably will. 95% of the people qualify for first day coverage. The only reason you wouldn't would be if you had like a terminal illness where you're going to pass away in the first 12 months, or dementia or dialysis or funeral home, or not a funeral home, if you were in a nursing home or a hospital or something like that. So just reach out to us. We can help you understand what you're going to qualify for. You can get an estimate of pricing. It's actually actual pricing depending on what you qualify for. But the different insurance companies will approve different health issues. So we can typically work around most health issues that you have to get you that first day coverage. So you just don't have to worry about this the first 2 years. And you also don't have to worry about this in the coming years, that you're just overpaying every single month. So let's look here, kind of scroll down. I want to show you some more insurance companies. Let's find somebody else that kind of advertises a lot. Keep going down. These are actual prices. Let's take a look here. So Lincoln Heritage, fine company, level first day coverage, but they charge quite a bit more, like $88. And the reason is they've got a plan where when you pass away, they will call 2, 3, funeral homes in the area to kind of get you the best pricing. They do a couple other things, but you end up paying for it. It's $88 a month versus 69. So if we could just do the math, I'm going to say that's roughly $20 difference a month, just because it's easy math. So you'd be paying roughly $240 more a year. If you live an extra 10 years, you're going to overpay $2,400, $2,400. Now, probably a little bit less because the numbers were probably 24, it's probably around $2,300, $2,200. Regardless, why would you overpay? Now, they'll call to the funeral homes, but what we've done at Funeral Funds, we've created a funeral and estate planning guide where you can actually fill that out in advance and leave that for your family members with your policy. And then everything that you want done, all your final wishes are taken care of, and they know everything, and they know that you were thinking about them and caring about them, so that they didn't have to make these difficult decisions when you're gone. And you're going to save like probably $2,200 to $2,400. And we would rather you keep that money in your own pocket rather than give it to an insurance company. Let's see, is there any other companies here? Like Lumico, Level Coverage, we see them once in a while. 74, $5, $60 a year. 10 years, it's going to be $600. Why overspend? You probably shouldn't do that. You should probably keep that money in your own pocket. So again, avoid the 2-year waiting period policies. If you're not sure what you qualify for, just reach out to us. Our toll-free number is 888-862-9456, funeralfunds.com. We've got our special YouTube quarter that's been showing throughout this video. Just enter that. That'll take you to a specific quarter where you can get the most discounts. And just let us know what help you're needing help with. If you've got an existing policy and you want to price check it and see if you've got the best pricing, we can do that for you. If you just want to add coverage to an existing policy, we can do that. If you're looking for brand new coverage, we can do that. If you're looking for kind of the minimum you can afford right now and want to add more coverage later, we can do that for you as well. So we look forward to helping you out with this. Whenever you're ready, just reach out to us, and we look forward to that day. And until that day comes, you take care. You have a nice day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.